Very good evening and welcome, dear students. I am addressing you from the Botany desk of Professor P.C. Thomas and Chaitanya classes. This session we discuss botany questions of the NEET examination just conducted few hours back. The botany section consists of 55 questions. Question number 1. What amount of energy is released from glucose during lactic acid fermentation? A direct NCERT question. The wording is as such in NCERT. The answer is option 3, less than 7% of energy. 7% of energy is available from lactic acid fermentation. That is a type of anaerobic respiration from one glucose molecule. Next question. In old trees, the greater part of secondary xylem is dark brown and resistant to insect attack due to. So after secondary thickening, major part of the secondary xylem appears dark brown in color, and you know it is insect resistant. So something is deposited at the central part of the wood. That is the reason for the dark brown color. So that is statement A and B are correct. Secretion of secondary metabolites and their deposition in the lumen of vessels, and also deposition of organic compounds like tannin and resins in the central layers of stem. Then the others are wrong. That is, so the deposition of suberin and aromatic substances is not the reason. Deposition of tannin, gum, resin, but aromatic substances in the peripheral layers is wrong. Here the question is asked about the central part of the wood. Presence of parenchyma cells, it is wrong. So the option is 4. A and B are correct, but the other statements are wrong. Option 4. Next, gaseous plant growth regulator used in plants too. Gaseous plant growth regulator, only one gaseous plant growth regulator, that is ethylene. The question indirectly asks about the role of ethylene. The role of ethylene is, from the given option, promote growth and root hair formation to increase the absorption surface. Option 2, help apical dominance. It is the role of auxin, not ethylene. Kill dicotyledonous weeds in the field. It is the role of auxin. Speed up malting process. It is the role of gibberellin. The second and third are role of auxin. Third one, it is a role of gibberellin. The first one is the role of ethylene. Next one. Appearance of recombination nodules on homologous chromosome during meiosis. Appearance of recombination nodules. Recombination nodules is the outcome of crossing over. Recombinant nodule is the outcome of crossing over. So, since the recombinant nodule is the outcome of crossing over, recombinant nodules appears at the site at which crossing over occurs. Site at which crossing over occurs, because recombination nodules is the outcome of crossing over. Option 2. Next, 105. Which of the following plants shows vexillary aestivation and diadelphous stamen? Vexillary aestivation and diadelphous stamen is the characteristic feature of the family Fabaceae. So our option should be a selection from Fabaceae member, that is Pisum sativum, Allium cepa, Colchicum autumnale belongs to Liliaceae, Solanum nigrum to Solanaceae. Option 1. Which of the following incorrectly matched? Incorrectly matched is Eulothrix mannitol. Eulothrix is a member of Chlorophyceae. The stored food material is not mannitol, it is starch. Mannitol is the stored food material of Phaeophyceae, brown algae. Then Porphyra, red algae, Floridian starch, correct. Volvox, Chlorophyceae starch, correct. Then Ectocarpus fucosantine is the pigment. The incorrectly matched is option 1. Then, in 107, the given two statements are given. Mendel studied 7 pairs of contrasting characters in pea plants and proposed the law of inheritance. Statement is correct. The second statement says about the 7 characters selected by Mendel. That is, the characters are seed shape and color 2 character, then flower color 1 character, pod shape and color 2 character, flower position 6th character, stem height 7th character. Both the statements are correct. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. Option 4. Question number 108. Which of the following is not true regarding the release of energy during ATP synthesis through chemiosmosis? During chemiosmosis, ATP is synthesized not by the breakdown of electron gradient. It is by the breakdown of proton gradient. The same meaning is imparted by option 2. Movement of protons across the membrane to stroma, and it is also related to NADP to NADPH2, also related to the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So the thoroughly wrong statement is option 1. Breakdown of electron gradient is wrong. We want a not true statement. Then match the following. Here manganese can be matched with 4. Functions in splitting of water during photosynthesis. So A can be matched with 4. A matched with 4, only 2 options, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So the answer is either 1 or 2. But we go for B. B, magnesium activates enzymes in respiration. Boron, it is required for pollen germination. Iron activates the enzyme catalyze. From B, we can consolidate the answer to option A. Identify the set of statements. Here, so leaflets are modified into pointed thorns in citrus. It is wrong. Axillary bud is modified. Then B is correct. Axillary buds, they are slender, spirally coiled tendrils in cucumber and pumpkin. Stem is flattened and fleshy in opuntia, modified to perform the function of leaves, that is photosynthesis. Rhizophora shows vertically upward growing root. They are breathing roots to get oxygen for respiration. Then here E is correct. Subarially growing stem in grasses and strawberry help in vegetative propagation. Answer is option 2, where only A is incorrect. All other statements are correct. X0 type of sex determination, a direct question. It is in grasshopper. XX is female. XO in male. So regarding the following statement, a little bit confusing statement. In roots, xylem and phloem in vascular bundle are arranged in alternate manner along different radii. It is not xylem and phloem in vascular bundle. It is the xylem and phloem which are arranged in alternate manner. Within they form a vascular bundle, xylem and phloem. So option statement A is wrong. B is correct. Conjoined closed vascular bundle do not possess cambium. C is correct. Open vascular bundles, cambium is present between xylem and phloem. Vascular bundles of dicotyledonous stem possess endark protoxylem. Then it is E. Monocotyledonous root, usually there are more than 6 xylem bundles present. So answer is 1. Answer is 1. Which of the following is not observed during apoplastic pathway? Apoplastic pathway is the movement of substances through non-living components. Then it is not is asked. So the movement is aided by cytoplasmic streaming is wrong with regard to apoplastic movement, because cytoplasmic movement or cytoplasmic streaming is related to symplastic pathway, not apoplastic pathway. We want an incorrect statement regarding apoplastic pathway. Second one, it is related to symplastic pathway. So the wrong statement is option 2. Then a simple direct question, the device which can remove particulate matter present in exhaust of thermal power plant. Particulate matter is removed by electrostatic precipitator. Incinerator is related to the disposal of solid waste. Catalytic converter is fit. It is fit for automobiles. Sewage treatment program, it is to purify the sewage. Next. So which one of the following produces nitrogen fixing nodules in ulnus? Ulnus, it is Frangia. It is related to nitrogen fixation in ulnus. Another question related to ethylene. A direct question given in NCERT. Production of cucumber has increased many-fold in recent years. Application of which of the following phytohormone has resulted in this increased yield as hormone? It is due to production of female flowers. So increase in the production of female flower, it is by the activity of ethylene. Ethylene induces more female flower formation. Next. Habitat loss and fragmentation, overexploitation, alien species invasion, and co-extinction. Evil quartet of biodiversity loss, it is by biodiversity loss. Option 2. Next. That is net gain of ATP in glycolysis from one molecule of glucose. 10 ATP are produced, 2 are synthesized. So the net gain is 8 ATP molecule. Net gain is 8 ATP molecule. Next, flowers are zygomorphic in. They are zygomorphic in Gulmohar and Cassia. In mustard, datura, and chili, they are actinomorphic. So option 1, B and C. The process of translation of mRNA to protein begins, that is, after the small unit of ribosome encounters the mRNA, that is, chain elongation starts or initiation of a start. Hydrocolloid carrageen, it is obtained from Rhodophyceae only. Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae is wrong. Phaeophyceae algin is obtained, not the carrageen. Rhodophyceae only carrageen is obtained. Then, given below, there are two statements. Primary carbon dioxide acceptor in C4 plants in phosphoenol pyruvate is found in mesophyll. Primary carboxylation occurs in mesophyll, so the statement is correct. Then, statement 2, mesophyll cells of C4 plants lack rubisco, and mesophyll cells lack rubisco. They have PEP carboxylase, so they lack rubisco. That statement is correct. Option is 4. So which of the following method is not a method of ex situ? National park, it is a method of in situ conservation. In situ conservation. All others are ex situ. Option 1. Next, incorrect statement is asked. Incorrect statement is option B, because it is not moth and butterfly. It is honeybees and butterfly, the most dominant pollinating agent among insects. Then, exoskeleton of arthropod, it is chitin. A direct question. Then, 5 statements are given. Out of these, B is wrong because heterochromatin is transcriptionally inactive, not active. E is wrong. A typical nucleosome contains 400 base pair is wrong. 200 base pair is correct. Answer is 1. A, C, D are correct statements. Then, here, clistogamous flowers are invariably autonomous, correct? Cleistogamy is disadvantageous because there is no chance of cross-pollination. There is no chance of bringing about variation because cross-pollination is absent. Option 4 is correct. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. The graph girdling experiment was performed by plant physiologists. It is to prove or identify the plant tissue through which food is transported. That is, phloem is the tissue responsible for the transport of food. So, which one of the following never occurs in meiotic cell division? Pairing of homologous chromosomes never occur in mitotic cell division. Never occur in mitotic cell division. Pairing is characteristic of a meiosis. Next, which of the following plants does not show plasticity? Plasticity, environmentally influenced development, is exhibited by coriander, buttercup, cotton. Maize is wrong. It does not exhibit plasticity. Option 3 is the answer. Then, here match the following. A can be matched with a 3 because Spirogyra has a dominant diploid sporophyte. So A3, we have Spirogyra is dominant, haploid free-living gametophyte. 4, it is 3 dominant diploid sporophyte alternating with reduced gametophyte called prothallus. A2, B3, we have only one option, option 1. Here A3, A2, B4, here A4. So NCERT diagram is based on this question. It is C is thalamus, that is the edible part of the pulse fruit apple. So among the given 5 statements, statement A is wrong because lecithin found in plasma membrane is not a glycolipid, it is a phospholipid. It is a phospholipid. Saturated fatty acid, one or more, it is applicable for unsaturated fatty acid. The other 3 statements are correct. Answer is 2. C, D, E correct. A and B are wrong. So, which of the following occurs due to the presence of autosome linked dominant trait? It is myotonic dystrophy, hemophilia. It is a recessive disorder linked to sex chromosome. Thalassemia and sickle cell anemia are recessive disorder linked to autosomal 1. So myotonic dystrophy is the only dominant trait. Hemophilia, thalassemia, sickle cell are all recessive. So there is no dispute about hemophilia, even though it is a sex chromosomal disorder. Here assertion is correct because Mendel's law of independent assortment does not hold good for the genes that are located closely on the same chromosome. Then, not hold good for located closely on the, that is linked genes. For linked genes, Mendel's law of independent assortment cannot be applied. So it is correct. Closely located genes assort independently is wrong because closely located genes do not assort independently because they are tightly linked. So assertion is correct, reason is wrong, option 2, A is correct but R is not correct. So among these, all statements are correct. Anatomy of, one statement is wrong. Anatomy of springwood is asked. So by a single word option, statement B is correct, is wrong. In spring season, cambium produce xylem elements with a narrow vessel is wrong. With a wider vessel is correct. Because spring season is a favorable season, it produces xylem vessels having wider vessels. Narrow is wrong. All others are correct. Option is 1. A, C, D, E only are correct. We want correct. So, if we add more solute, a basic question regarding water potential, if we add more solute, free energy of water molecule decreases. That means it lower the water potential. Addition of solute lower its water potential. That is, water potential become more and more negative. 147. So regarding 4 types of chromosome, metacentric chromosome. Metacentric chromosome, centromere in the middle, that is what is called metacentric chromosome, so forming 2 equal arms of the chromosomes.
So A3. On A3 there is only one option. This is A1, this is A2, this is A1. A3 there is only one option. We can further check for B, acrocentric chromosome, centromere at acrocentric chromosome, centromere situated close to the end of forming one extremely short, one very long arm. So B is related to 1. We confirm it by just verifying the item B with 1. Answer is option 4. Then, second one. Large bundle sheath cells found around the vascular bundles in C4 plants. NCERT sentence is there. It enables the plant to tolerate high temperature because C3 pathway is distanced into the bundle sheath cells. It is little away from the upper epidermis, so it can tolerate. It is protected from high temperature. NCERT direct sentence enable the plant to tolerate high temperature because of Kranz's anatomy, large presence of large bundle sheath around the vascular bundles. Then, here we want a false statement. False statement regarding the compressed natural gas, that is CNG. False statement is 1. Same diesel engine is used in CNG buses, making the cost or conversion low. Wrong. Because of other reason, it is cheaper than diesel. It cannot be adulterated. CNG burns more efficiently. They are all plus points of CNG. The other one, first option, is not the plus point of CNG. Identify the sexual reproductive structures associated with penicillium. A direct question is conidia. As you know, gemmules are sponges. Buds are, that is, hydra and yeast. Zoospores are for chlamydomonas. In situ conservation, again NCERT, same sentence. In situ conservation refers to protection and conserve the whole ecosystem. Option 4. Then a very tricky question. Here NCERT gives the measurement of 2.2 meter length. If it is 2.2 meter, the answer is 1. But given it is 1.1 meter, so we take the half, the answer is 4, 3.3 into 10 to the power of 9 base pairs. Here, 2 glucose molecule join together to form a maltose molecule. So, during this process, one molecule of water is eliminated. So, since 6 C12OK, H24 minus 2, 22, O12 minus 1, 11, because one water molecule is eliminated. It is natural selection where more individuals acquire specific value other than mean. Other than mean means it may be lesser than mean or higher than mean. If it is lesser or higher, it is directional change. Then incorrect statement, very plain it is here. In prokaryote only RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum are present. In prokaryote endoplasmic reticulum is absent. Endoplasmic reticulum is absent. There is no question regarding rough or smooth. So it is incorrect is option 2. Prokaryotes there is no endoplasmic reticulum. Then select the incorrect statement with reference to mitosis. Spindle fibers attaches to kinetochore, not centrosome. Strictly speaking, it is to kinetochore, not centromere. Others are correct. Then here, breeding for higher levels of vitamins, minerals, or higher proteins and healthier fats. The method of plant breeding is called biofortification. Next, E. coli strain I gene get mutated and its product cannot bind inducer molecule. So if I gene is mutated, it could not produce repressor protein. So there is no interference of repressor protein. There is no interference of repressor protein. So if growth medium is provided with lactose, what happens? ZYA gene will be resulted. The question is outcome. That is the final result of this situation. ZYA genes will be transcribed because the presence of lactose induces the operon to switch on. ZYA genes will be transcribed because there is no repressor protein. There is no question of repressor protein. So, which is incorrect in meiosis? First one is the incorrect. DNA replication occurs in S phase of meiosis 2. No, it is S phase of meiosis 1. Then, so here it is microorganism responsible for production of an immunosuppressive molecule, cyclosporin A, produced by Trichoderma polysporum. Option 4. Here it is. Both statements are wrong. About a confusion in the second statement, NCERT says small particles, particulate matter below the diameter of 2.5 micrometer, PM 2.5 cannot be separated by electrostatic precipitator. Cannot be separated by electrostatic precipitator. NCERT clearly says small particles cannot be separated by electrostatic precipitator. So both statements are incorrect. This is totally incorrect. Scrubber, there is no use of electric wires. Then here it is. Here, if the female is colorblind means X small c, X small c. Married a male whose mother is colorblind. If male's mother is colorblind, small c. So if this is the condition, female is colorblind, male is also colorblind. The indication man is colorblind because his mother is colorblind. His mother is colorblind. So mother donate the X chromosome to man. So all the progeny will be colorblind. For this couple, all the progeny will be colorblind. Answer 300%. Here, the wrong statement, which of the following statement is not true? Third is not true because flippers of penguin, dolphins are a pair of not homologous organs but analogous organs. So they are. So this statement is wrong. Then here regarding the plotting of the gene A and D separated by 29 unit. Say it is separated by 29 unit. A and C 5 unit. Here 29. B and C it is 15 unit. B and D it is 9 unit. So the total is 29, correct? Between A and D is 29. So the order of the gene is A, C, B, D. A, C, B, D. Here, in ecology, if we can take the case of one E. coli cell, we take one E. coli cell, in the next 20 minutes it becomes 2, 40 minutes it becomes 4, 80 minutes it becomes 8. Then if it is one E. coli cell, two strands will possess N15, that is out of 8, 2 strands will be N15. 6 strands will have no N15. If it is 10, you multiply it with a 10, because the question says 10 E. coli cell. If you multiply it with a 10, this thing, it will become 10 E. coli cell, 20 E. coli cell, 40 E. coli cell, 80 E. coli cell. If it is 80, 60 E. coli cells will not have N15. We want free from N15. So one cell it is 6, multiply with a 10, because question is 10, 60 cells will have no N15. So the answer is option 2. With these 55 questions, I wind up the discussion of the botany part. Thank you, dear students. Thank you very much.